100%. That's the number of people who, according to a small 2003 study, experienced relief from osteoarthritis knee pain after consuming Boswellia. While Boswellia has been used for hundreds of years in ancient Ayurvedic medicine, it's only in recent years that this herb has become popular in mainstream culture. And that's because it's shown some pretty promising effects. In addition to arthritis, this plant has been shown to help reduce inflammation, relieve respiratory and gastrointestinal issues, and may even prevent cancer growth. Today I'm going to break down all the amazing benefits of Boswellia. But before I do, I want you to take a moment and think of someone who might be helped by this video, and then share it with them. Number 1. Anti-inflammatory effects. A 2011 review of nearly 65 studies examined the effects of Boswellia on inflammation. Their conclusion? Boswellia appears to have substantial anti-inflammatory effects. This is especially the case when it comes to inflammation of the joints, like in rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis. That initial study I mentioned, for instance, from the journal Phytomedicine, found that of 30 people with osteoarthritis in their knees, all of those who took Boswellia had a decrease in knee pain and an improved ability to walk. And when it comes to rheumatoid arthritis, Boswellia may also be helpful. Another study published in Phytomedicine found that Boswellia can help relieve rheumatoid arthritis in rats by reducing levels of inflammation. Number 2. Asthma treatment. Boswellia has long been used to relieve respiratory ailments, and now some evidence exists that it may be helpful in the treatment of asthma. The main study that exists on this topic was a double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical study that was published in the European Journal of Medicinal Research. The study involved 40 patients consisting of 23 men and 17 women between the ages of 18 and 75, all of whom had asthma. The researchers split the patients into two groups, those who were given Boswellia and a placebo group. After 6 weeks, 70% of those in the Boswellia group had seen improvements in their asthma, according to both physical symptoms and biomarkers. This was compared to only 27% of the placebo group. Now, I should note that this study was conducted quite a bit ago, and more research is needed in this area. However, this initial research does suggest that Boswellia may be a viable supplement treatment for asthma. Number 3. Gastrointestinal relief. In addition to its anti-inflammatory and anti-asthmatic effects, Boswellia may also be useful for those who suffer from serious gastrointestinal disorders like Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. One study, published in 2001 in Z Gastrointestinal, compared the effects of Boswellia to a common drug given to those with Crohn's disease. To do this, they carried out a randomized, double-blind trial with 102 participants. What they found is that Boswellia was just as effective in relieving symptoms of Crohn's diseases as was a common Crohn's fighting medication. When it comes to ulcerative colitis, the research that exists is also promising. One study, for example, found that Boswellia helped reduce those symptoms of ulcerative colitis in rats. Number 4. Cancer prevention. The research in this area is in no way conclusive. So a quick disclaimer that I'm not saying that Boswellia is a miracle cure for cancer. That being said, some research has shown that this herb may play a role in the inhibition of cancer growth. A 2017 study published in Prostaglandins and Other Lipid Mediators, for instance, found that Boswellia showed anti-cancer properties when exposed to colon cancer cells in vitro, meaning in a test tube or petri dish. Another study published in the journal BMC Complementary and Alternative Medicine similarly found that Boswellia could inhibit the growth of cancer cells when exposed to breast cancer cells in vitro. Of course, clinical trials are needed to confirm these findings, but what's available so far is certainly encouraging. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing as we continue to make content to help you live longer, healthier, happier lives.